back to my channel. So today I'm doing the second edition of the Perfumer series. I really like doing the first one. You guys seem to like it as well, so I'm going to carry on. I chose Sophie Labbé as the second perfumer, the perfumer this time. You may be less familiar with her than many of the others because she's less recognizable perhaps, but she's created over 100 fragrances in her catalog, so I'm sure you have at least one in your fragrance collection. And I thought this would be a fun opportunity for this series in between master perfumers to sprinkle in some smaller perfumers or principal perfumers that maybe are less recognized, because I know you guys know Francis Kurkdjian and Dominique Rapion, but I thought this would be fun. So I chose Sophie Labbé because I have 5 of her fragrances and I love every single one, and I was really impressed. She's a principal perfumer from France, and like I said, there are so many fragrances in her catalog. I only own 5, but I like all of them a lot. Like, they're all favorites in their own way. So I thought that'd be really great. I was reading up on her because it was really impressive, obviously. And her first scent memory was really similar to mine because it was her mother, and her mother's kind of like skin scent mixed with powdery perfume, and, you know, like just cuddling up to her mom in her neck and this powdery perfume on the scarf and everything. And you guys know, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, that was really my first foray. Like, my first scent memory was very much my mom's 2 fragrances, and just like my mom's scent, as with a lot of people, I think. So yeah, I was really touched by that and loved all the interviews I was reading about her and her bio. So we're gonna get into it without any further ado. Definitely let me know in the comments below if there's a perfumer you want me to do, and I will. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. So I think I'm gonna, because there's 3 houses and 5 fragrances, I'm gonna do the one fragrance that I only have one from the house, and that is Bulgari. She's actually created a lot of fragrances for Bulgari, especially in this Splendida range. I only owned this one, but if you've got a couple from this range, then check her out because you more than likely have one. And she was the perfumer on Splendida Iris d'Or. So this is a fragrance, actually, surprisingly enough, that I bought for myself because my mom used to wear this. Not when I was, you know, very young, but she wore it probably around the time I was a teenager, and I really like this on her. I still to this day prefer how this smells on her than on me, just because her body chemistry is always pulled very sweet, and everything smells sweeter on her than it does on me. And so I just prefer it on her than myself, but I do really like it. It is certainly an iris scent, but it's really, I don't know, I feel like Sophie just gets me because it's very like well blended with having the floral side of the scent prominent, and yet there's like this kind of waxy, I want to say, it's not that it's lipsticky, but sort of waxy, makeup-y powderiness to it as well. That I will say on myself, it's not a scent I want to wear every single day because I feel like it's very intensely projected on my skin for whatever reason when I wear this, and which can be a really great thing, but it's just, I don't know what it is. It pulls very sweet on my mom, but on me it just feels like it's 1 or 2 sprays and I can smell it the whole day. It's so strong in its projection and its sillage that I really can't test any other fragrances. Like, I can't wear this on a day where I'm testing a lot of things. When I commit to this, I commit to this. And every time I don't wear it for a while, I think I don't give it enough credit for how beast mode it is on me, at least. Let me know if you have that experience, because I'm like, oh no, it'll be fine, like it'll fade. And it doesn't. It really does last a very long time, especially if I get it on my clothing or in my hair, which I always do. I can smell it the next day even. And I really enjoy that sort of waxy powderiness to it. And I think that part of it gets stronger and stronger as the day goes on. And the floral side of it, and the floral part of the iris and the floral notes in this are more so in like the top to heart for me. So I really like this one. I partially bought it because it's nostalgic for me. My mom's bottle is long gone. She stopped wearing it, you know, years ago, but I still have mine. For me, this is a good dent. Everyone is different. I know there are some people who are like, you know, thrown by how little a dent is, and then people will be like, it's a big dent. For me, if I can see a dent of some negative space, that is a dent, because when you have hundreds and hundreds of fragrances, it takes a long time to finish them. So for me, that is a good, I don't know, couple, maybe like 1.5 centimeter dent. So I've put in a real dent in it, but I reach for this one the least out of all of her creations, just because it's so beast mode on me that I really have to make sure I'm like committing the day to that fragrance. But love that one. Let's move on to the next two. All right, the next two are actually from Jil Sander. I was so impressed. She's created a couple from Jil Sander. I know she created Sport for Women, which I don't own. I own this one actually. I own Sport Water, but I don't own the original Sport, I think. If I do, when I lost it, one of you will let me know, but I don't think I do. But I was so shocked when I saw she created these as well, because I have both. And I might as well talk about them both together because they are essentially the same scent. But she created Simply Eau de Parfum Poudrée by Jil Sander, and of course the Simply Eau de Parfum Poudrée Intense, also by Jil Sander. So this is essentially the same scent. This, I think we can all agree, is half finished. So there is a decent scent. This one I only recently got in comparison, so there's a smaller dent. But I wear this fragrance when I first got it. Like, I was so... I'm just gonna keep spraying. I was so blown away by this scent when I first got it. To this day, and I think for the rest of my life, this will forever be one of the best powdery scents ever. Truly ever. It's like got this rice powder freshness to it. It's unique, it's clean, but it's not soapy. I just think it's spectacular. Whatever she did and however she mixed those notes to create this scent and this exact scent profile, it's, I mean, in my view, for a powdery scent fanatic, I think it's master level status. I adore it. And the only problem I ever had with the Simply Eau de Parfum Poudrée was its lasting power. The original, really the lasting power is not there. I douse myself in it and I will get, I don't even know what's fair to say, maybe like 2 hours. And then it very quickly turns, in my opinion, to a skin scent. It's not that it just disappears, but it truly becomes a skin scent. And I wanted this to be as intense as this because I adore this scent. I think it's perfection, like I said. And one of you, lovely viewers, told me that there was an intense version a while ago. And then more recently, one of you told me that it was available and I picked it up, I think from FragranceNet or something. And the difference is if you're looking for them, because they obviously look very similar and the names are very similar. The original is black with pink juice and the intense is pink with black juice. This one really is a more intense version. It definitely amped up the lasting power, but thankfully, and I'll spray this one here, nothing about the scent itself has changed. I was worried initially that there would be a little discrepancy, that there would just, like with everything in fragrance, I was worried that they would have changed formulation wise, but it didn't. The scent is exactly the same. It is absolute powdery perfection. It has just amped up the lasting power significantly. So moving forward, I personally won't buy the original again. I'll just always buy the intense. And finally, we get to the last two. And the last two I saved for last because they're actually in collaboration with Dominique Ropion. So Sophie and Dominique worked on these fragrances together. I feel like I see, I don't know, just from the 3 scents that she had on her own in comparison to these, I feel like I see more of a collaboration on these 2 scents. They seem a little bit more complex in their own way, but I mean, this is master level in my eyes. So anyways, they're favorites for me and they're favorites for a lot of you. I feel like these fragrances got a whole lot of hype. So we'll start with the first one, which is Girl of Now by Elie Saab. I haven't actually worn this in a while. I love this scent. I haven't worn these only because I've been trying so many other things, but I feel like my love for these has never subsided. It really is stunning. Like, there's a real nutty orange blossom, super sickly sweet bomb in this scent that forever will impress me and will forever just be comforting to me. I'm like immediately transported to the first time I smelled this in duty free at an airport when I was traveling and feeling like, oh my God, you know, the hype is real. I need this in my life. I love it. I absolutely love it. Because these actually went on major sale, like $19.99 sale at our Shoppers in Canada a while ago, maybe last year or 2 years ago. I already have a backup of this that it takes forever to go through these just because how intense the scent is as well. I feel like this one's very, very intense and you don't need a lot. And again, I find I get really good sillage and projection from that. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't say enough good things about it. I will forever be impressed with this. I love the bottle. This is such a favorite sort of color of mine. And I feel like if you've not tried this because of its hype, or you feel like you might not enjoy it because of the hype that it once had, if you would at all enjoy super sweet sort of white florals mixed in with nuttiness, you need this in your life. You need to try it out, and it's spectacular. The other one, and the last one, which you may have guessed, having that I just mentioned Girl of Now, is Girl of Now Shine. And I think it's telling. I don't remember who was the perfumer on Girl of Now Forever because I didn't look it up. But Girl of Now Forever did not show up for Sophie Labbé. So she only worked on these two, and these two are the ones I like. So this is Girl of Now Shine, which I do have in the smaller bottle, but I do have backup of this as well. I personally, if I had to only get one, I've said it before, I prefer Girl of Now Shine a little bit to the original Girl of Now. Personally, I think they're both well worth the money, and if you're going to skip one from the range, it should be Girl of Now Forever, which is my least favorite by a long shot, because it's just raspberry, lemon, whatever it is. But there is just a sweeter vibe to this, a deeper vibe to it, and in my opinion, it just kind of amped up the floral. I feel like I get more of a, not that it's a more pronounced nuttiness, because I definitely get a nuttiness with Girl of Now, but because everything else is amped up, I feel like it's just more intense in some ways. I really, really like it. I know that I have the smaller bottle of this just because it happened to be that way when I first bought it, but I wear this a whole lot. I also feel like there was a slight difference in lasting power where this personally lasts just a little bit longer on me as well. But yeah, they're really nice to layer together. I've layered them together. I've worn them separately. It's beautiful. So, so beautiful. I have backup of this. I'm definitely going to be cracking that open. I actually, look at that. Almost halfway done if you look at it this way, which again is saying a lot. I love it. I do think the original bottle is prettier just because I like the blue over gold, but really, really stunning and beautiful ones to layer together if you have both. So I hope you guys enjoyed this shorter perfumer series. I'd love to do more, like I mentioned, so let me know in the comments below which ones you want to see from me and I will get to them. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, look at the description box for all the links you need and more, and I will see you next time. Bye!